Oh, that shit's so smooth. What? Man, look, I gotta watch how I talk earlier. Yeah. Oh man, what is going on in the world, boy? I don't like when my topics get forced, but we're gonna deal with it, move on. We're gonna deal with it and move on. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Appreciate y'all pulling up another smoke break while we talk about this hip hop thing. You see it at the bottom of the screen. You see it at the bottom of the screen. It's always at the bottom of the screen. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share. All the stuff they say y'all supposed to do. Helps me take care of them good old YouTube police. So I'll be smoking like we always do. Drink like we do from time to time. Especially lately. Or just talking our hip hop ish. Keep them out of our business. You don't want the police at your door. I don't want the police at my door. Same thing. And it's for the free ski. Like I said, I don't like when our topics get forced, man. We normally move to the beat of our own little drummer or whatever, but hey, they forcing our hand, boy. What is going on, boy? If you don't know, you about to know. Drake fans is tripping again. And I'm gonna explain why I'm framing it the way I'm framing it, because this ain't how everybody else is framing it. I see through the blood. Put the blame. There's plenty of blame to go around. We're gonna put the blame where it belongs. So let's get into it. What side A?
Hiding deeply inside.
It looks like Rihanna is a victim of a drive-by shooting. The story has developed. There's more updates going on. As of yesterday, around 1 p.m., shots were fired at Rihanna's home, where people were reporting.
Shout out to the VILL. Shout out to the VILL. And for those who about to say something before you say anything, yes, I know I got my shirt look like a medium. Look, work in retail. You know what I'm saying? So my vendors give you little free skis, little freebies. Run it, bro. I ain't got to pay for it. I ain't tripping. In this case, I actually drink body armor. Now, the fine people at Body Armor want to, look, I'm already got the shirt. We work out something where we know. But we gotta look at this situation with Rihanna, man, and we start asking some real questions about being a fan. We'll pull that down. Let's go. Let's get mates.
It looks like Rihanna is a victim of a drive-by shooting. The story has developed. There's more updates going on. As of yesterday, around 1 p.m., shots were fired at Rihanna's home, where people were reporting that Rihanna was at the home at the time of the situation. It says here that the Los Angeles Department has identified the woman arrested for allegedly firing shots at the Beverly Hills home. Officers were dispatched at the Beverly Crest neighborhood around 1:15 p.m. on Sunday after receiving reports that shots were fired. Police alleged that the shooter had parked her car outside of the home and fired 7 gunshots before speeding away. The person responsible for this, their vehicle was located.
Look at that area. I'm pointing this out for a reason. Look at the area. When the last time you heard of a drive-by shooting in the area where the 1% stay and live? Lay their head. See all that space, that area, size of these homes? Drive-by shooting don't exactly blend in that area. That's tell you off the rip. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it this way because we gonna keep it always honest. If you hear about a drive-by shooting in the hood, you're like, crazy work, and you'll go about your day. Yeah, I know it's as crazy as it sounds. You'll sure go off a drive-by shooting. All right, whatever. They're trying to get who they're trying to get. In this instance, it seems little out of place. It's only certain type of people who do drive-bys. But we're gonna carry on. We're gonna get straight to it. We're gonna get to it.
About 8 miles away from the singer's home at the Sherman Oaks Galleria Shopping Center. She was later taken into custody. There has been no injuries reported during the incident. The LAPD recovered the weapon.
Wait, how you do a drive-by? How you do a drive-by at the shopping center? Drive-by. Then I'm headed to the shopping center? So drive-bys is like picking out a purse. I'm gonna do the drive-by with this Mac, and then put it with these shoes, and then I do a little shopping afterwards. I get down different in the up in the upper echelon areas of the world.
And used during the incident.
Usually in my area, when somebody do a drive-by, they leave the city. They lay low for a minute. They do what they call getting the fuck on. Like, who ain't you? How you go shopping?
They also reported that they found 7 assault rifle casings found near the home. Now, there has been reports of people that were there saying that Rihanna was home during the incident. This right here is what the person targeted during the attack, where you could see the tape on the wall. This is where they had to cover the bullet holes. And there is some ground footage of people reporting this incident as of yesterday, before the person was identified.
One person arrested accused of firing shots towards Rihanna's home.
Bam, 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 like probably 10 shots.
Crazy, bro. 10 shots is crazy, though. 10 shots is excessive, bro. And just wait until you find out who this person is, bro. We're going to...
He's not lying about that part. I'm glad he wasn't the few that really honed in on. That's 10. You know what? Think about this. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. They shot at Rihanna's house 10 times. That's 2 shots away from a dozen. 3 shots away from a baker's dozen. When you let off that many rounds, that means you really trying to get somebody. You really trying to get somebody. You figuring my math is it's enough shots to, I gotta hit with 10 shots, you gotta hit something. That's the mindset this individual was in when they pulled up at Rihanna's house. Man, let me go to Rihanna's house. I'm trying to get an autograph. Yeah, autograph. Let's continue.
Get into that in a second.
In Beverly Hills, this is as close as we can get right now. Tons of undercover police here. Investigation still ongoing.
Crazy, bro.
According to police, Rihanna was home at the time of the shooting and around 10 shots.
Prayers for Rihanna, y'all. Prayers for Rihanna. Damn, it really does suck that she was home at this time. That is very sad to know. That is very sad to see. And I think it has to do with the parasocial behavior because...
It's bigger than her. That's the main reason I feel obligated to talk about this topic, because it's bigger than her. They got babies. There's babies in that house. If you didn't hear me in the back, I said there's babies in that house. Life that has not begun to live yet. And this is something that's outwardly known information, known knowledge. This is a mother. So to shoot 10 shots knowing that there are innocent bystanders within the domicile means you did not care. Mean they didn't care. Let's continue. Let's continue. Come on, bro.
Once you find out who this lady is and what she's a fan of, it's going to really shock you.
Shots were fired, but no injuries were reported.
It was really loud, and everything echoes in this valley, so you can hear everything.
Yeah, everybody can hear that.
What do you expect?
Shooting happened around 1:30 this afternoon. It's now around 7 o'clock. Street remains closed. So far, no motive has been released from police, but the woman was arrested not too far away.
The woman was obsessed. Let's just say that the woman is a parasocial individual and was obsessed with going back and forth with Rihanna on the internet. We'll get into that in a second.
It was scary, but I can't imagine being in the house because you're hearing the bullets hitting and that sort of stuff.
What was your reaction?
I know about it. That there's always these tour buses coming up and down, so everybody knows that Rihanna lives there.
One person.
They were aware that Rihanna lived there, and the police are reporting that Rihanna was there during the time of the incident, which is very sad, unfortunate, to be honest, because she has her family there at the home, and this person has no regard for anybody's safety, not even their own. And those are the people that you really got to watch out for, because they really don't care about their life, so of course they're not going to care about yours. It's a shame to see somebody do this. It's a shame to see another woman go at another woman this way. But when you find out who this woman is, because later on, today it has been reported that this woman has been identified as Ivana Ortiz. This woman is responsible for going after
Get a good look. Take it all in. Pause. Just from a picture, it's like just a regular everyday person, right? You don't be knowing what be going on in somebody's head, bro. When I see stuff like this, I instantly have thoughts like, what drove this individual to a point where they think about it, to do this, you have to validate it mentally. You have to find a way to make an irrational thought rational to you. So she had to eventually get to a point where this was a good idea to her. She thought she was in the right in some form or fashion by doing this. I'm saying all of this so that way when I get to saying what I'm about to say, y'all can't say I'm tripping. I'm laying it out. You don't wake up like, I'm going to unalive Rihanna today and possibly unalive one of her children. That's not a wake up and that's the thought on your mind type of thing. This woman could have been working her way to these thoughts for days, weeks, whatever. And then eventually she had to get to a point where like, it's now or never. Before she lost her nerve, she had to make a move. And the move was shoot at Rihanna's house 10 times. And then apparently had to do some shopping. Let's continue.
At Rihanna's home, taking shots at Rihanna's home. And this is exactly the parasocial behavior that everybody is talking about on the internet, bro. All of these people on the internet get so obsessed with celebrities. They start beefs in their own head. They start thinking that that person knows them, and they start thinking that that person doesn't like them. The way that she would talk about Rihanna on the internet, she acted like she had a beef with her. She acted like Rihanna actually knew who she was.
There's history.
The craziest part, and you know that this person is crazy. When
There's
been arrested
history.
3 different times. Like, I mean, let's just point out the fact that once everybody was able to identify her, because
voila. Like I'm saying, she didn't wake up troubled. She was already troubled. She was already at can't get right. These type of mental makeups need to be handled delicately. These are the type of people who are easily led. And it don't take much for them to believe something to be factual. I'm gonna let this ride out for a minute so we can get on.
people are going to identify her, and fans are going to defend Rihanna. And once they found out her name, oh yeah, they looked her up. Oh yeah, they looked her up and found out some crazy intel. Some crazy intel. One of the things that I wanted to pull up that people have found out about the person, once they found out who her name was, they looked her up and they found her Facebook. And she had been talking about Rihanna for years. One of the tweets she had tagged her said, "Are you there? Because I'm waiting for your blank," which is a false accusation that she was putting on Rihanna right here. Five-head self to say something to me directly instead of sneaking around like you're talking to me where I'm not at. So this person is starting a false argument in her head. Rihanna doesn't even know who this lady is.
Did anybody know about, like, I stay off of social media as much as I can because it just seemed like people who spend an abundance amount of time, like on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, and they own you, like they own everything all day. They seem like people who tend to have moments of losing themselves or feeling overwhelmed with life or whatever the case may be. So I don't mess with it. I do a little bit of Twitter for sports. I do once or twice a month. I might check my Facebook, but that's like local people who know me. That's it. I have an Instagram. I don't use it. I primarily mess with YouTube. That's where most of the content I take in is at. But this is crazy. I'm gonna pick my words carefully. Let's finish this out.
But you can clearly see by this post right here, she thinks that Rihanna knows who she is. She thinks that Rihanna gives a F about her. Rihanna don't know you. Rihanna does not know you, bruh. But you're on Facebook arguing with her like she's your freaking Thea or something, bro. This is crazy. You act like you actually know this person. And then this is really crazy. She says, "Ill in it." You see what it says. "Ill in it season." Like, that is crazy to really post, bro. This was in February 23rd. February 23rd. So a few weeks ago before she planned this incident. Now, this was calculated, bro. This was calculated. This definitely was calculated. And I'm hearing that she has a $10 million bail. Yeah, she ain't covering that. Nope. Yeah, she ain't never getting out, bro. She ain't never getting out. They're gonna throw her with a book. You did this in broad daylight too, bro. How dense do you really have to be to do something that idiotic? She has this back and forth with herself over Rihanna, claiming that Rihanna knows her, but she doesn't. And then she said, "Killing it season," weeks before she attacks Rihanna's home. And then the kicker right here is that people found out that she was a Young Money fan, or at least people found out that she was a Drake fan, because the next post is just crazy. She puts hashtag champagne poppy and then a picture of Drake, and it says, "When Drake found out that Rihanna has blank." You know, she keeps running with this narrative that Rihanna has blank. I don't know. I don't know what this lady's problem is. I don't know why she.
How many of y'all actually be like directly messaging celebrities? Like, I don't know if that's a thing or not. Like, is that just something that people just do? Just at celebrities all the time and or communicate with them in a way that like y'all homies? That just seems so weird to me. But I mean, unless I feel like, I mean, if a celebrity on like social media and they doing a live, okay, that's like you outwardly searching for interaction from everyday people. But just random messages, that's creepy, bro. That's creepy.
Saying that I've never heard those rumors. Maybe if y'all have, either way, it's idiotic and it doesn't make any sense. It's not true, obviously. But this was crazy because once they identified this woman, you find out that she's a Young Money fan. You find out that she's a Drake fan. And now it feels like this person has been so parasocial, has had it out for Rihanna because of the fan base that she keeps close to. Because she's a Young Money fan, because she's a Drake fan. Is this the reason why she acted out the way she did? Is she a crazy fan that doesn't like Rihanna because she's not dating Drake? Or is it because she has beef with Nicki Minaj? Or what? Because she's with ASAP? I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird to see that this person who shot up her home is posting pictures of Drake. Now, people are saying that she has other pictures of Young Money and all this stuff supporting Nicki Minaj and all this other stuff, but I haven't seen them. I couldn't find them. I'm sure there's going to be more posts that we could see later on about this person. But from what it looks like, it seems like she didn't like Rihanna because she supported people that didn't like her, whether it be Drake, Young Money, Nicki, or whatever. It seems like her actions are based off parasocial activity. Being obsessive, being a stan, being crazy, however you want to spin it, that's what this lady is. And she needs to stay in jail. She needs to be under the jail. Throw away the key. Lock her up and throw away the key, bro. $10 million bail, she ain't getting out. But they need.
Hey, bro. Just to speak on that little angle right there, as a fan, to be concerned in any way and who a celebrity is fucking is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. We don't know these people, bro. Why am I about to look? I've sat here, especially since that album came out, the always gorgeous Jill Scott. Confess wholeheartedly. Oh, she my one. But look, let me get contacted in any form or fashion. I don't care if it's a goddamn smoke signal. Jill Scott trying to find out what it is with me. It's up. I'm on my way. I don't care what my woman think. None of that. We're going to sort it. We're going to have to figure our thing out when I get back. That's Jill Scott. But to take it anywhere mentally beyond that will be crazy on my part. Sometimes you need to live your little daydream in your head. It's okay. We all got that one. Like, you know what, if I could. But to be a Drake fan and be so, nope. I apologize. Drake stan. So much so that you are drastically concerned. Oh, who he putting his parts into requires a different level of therapy. Like, if you sitting at home as a woman and you like, she did Drake so wrong, I have to make this right for him. He's gonna love me for it. You stupid motherfucker. If you are not a stupid motherfucker, please like, comment, subscribe. Because look, you see what's outside? I want to go back to the fact again that this was off in the wealthy area. This was off in the wealthy area. Shout out to the VILL for that info, bro. So let's talk about it. And then we're going to get to our music for the night. I rolled up something nice. I got something special. Like, I can't wait for the music. When we get to the music, because I've been waiting to see some visuals for this for a long time. I'm almost giddy. I'm almost gleeful. I don't even like that word. But I'm happy about our music tonight. But let's talk about this real quick. This shouldn't take too long at all. And why I said everything the way I said it. The way the symbiotic relationship between Drake and the Drake stans, one is drastically unhealthy. But it's something that a lot of us, including myself here, including us, because we are us. We are us. We are us. I appreciate y'all. That symbiotic relationship between Drake and his core stand, the stands around him. The way we see them talk when bad things happen to him, unfortunate things happen to him, or something as simple as a battle that he just lost. Whatever, no big deal. We all lost something. It's like instant. It's an instant need from his fan base to make him well, to make him better, to make him feel better, look better in any way. Spin sales numbers or spin streaming numbers to justify his takes, to make him happy, to overglorify songs, to excuse questionable, if not outright wrong behavior. Mind you, these people are doing this for the free ski, for the free 99er, for the price of a subscription. Willingly, not being told. This is what they're choosing to do with their free time. Think about it. We heard crazy stories like people putting songs or albums on replay while they're at work to make sure the spins are happening. So how do I blame Drake, right? And if we can get to our music. We got some dope music. I'm hoping YouTube don't flag this. Please don't flag this. I really want this to pop. The way he behaves, the way he acts. Drake behaves like a child that wants attention. Now, for those of y'all who are parents, y'all get this analogy. Especially if you're a parent and you got more than, once you hit your second, if not, especially by your third kid. I think the second usually do it, but that third one is usually it, for sure. After a while as a parent, right, you look at your kid and you could tell when they're misbehaving because they don't know better, or they're misbehaving because they want your attention. All the weird stuff that Drake does is just, it screams, look at me. Or feel sorry for me. Or look what they did to me. Like a child looking for some type of affirmation. And his fan base, correction again, stan base, gives him that affirmation. Freely, quickly, responsively, with no questions. Everything starts at the top. And we'll land it here. Everything starts at the top. If Drake saw anything out of place within his fan base, he would fix it, or at least attempt to. Kind of like the constant reminder, I'm going to use the polar opposite just to make it clear. When Kendrick goes about repeatedly telling people, I am nobody's savior. I am flawed too. To make sure Kendrick fans, and I'm going to include myself in that because I'm a Kendrick fan too. What you going to get over here ain't going to be perfect. Everything I do is not worth glorifying. I'm not going to get everything right. I may stumble. I have in the past. Kendrick like goes about giving the parental advisory throughout his career for the most part. See the difference? See the difference? So he needs to bear some responsibility for that. Because it's this fan base that took the time and continues to take the time to insulate him. So he ain't had to face the music or look himself in the mirror because they play the role of his mirror. You know what I'm saying? And they make sure what he sees is exactly what he wants to see. Not reality, not what's going on right now, but whatever perception he has of him in his mind, they are happy and more than willing to facilitate it. That man needs to admit he bears some responsibility for what could have happened to Rihanna. Because he cultivated that pack of sycophants that he has as stands. That's my 2 cents on that. Let me fix our mood. I had to turn my heater off, boy. I had to turn my heater off, but let me fix our mood. Appreciate y'all sticking around if y'all still here. I know I probably took that a little deeper, a little darker than it probably should have been, but we gonna always talk 100% straight here. You know what I'm saying? If we can't, then I can pack this up and we can shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it a bean. Now, for the music. For the music. Larry June. Currency. Listen, we talking about what's be heavy in my rotation. They put some visuals to Empty Pages. You're not familiar with Empty Pages? Individual I just mentioned got a little project together called Spiral Staircase. Been out a couple weeks, I think. A couple weeks. It's 7 tracks, 23 minutes. So a quick listen. It's a quick listen. I love it. Like I said, I literally have it on my phone. And I think out of the project, I got 4 out of 7 thumbs up automatically in my playlist, or 5. It might be 4. Crazy thing is, everything allocated is the number 2 track on there. And I think it's the highest stream track. And I don't have it in my thumbs up, but whatever. Got some music for y'all. I'm going to try to keep having music for y'all. So if you got something rolled up, grab your lighter. If you're drinking, your cup is a little low, go on and pour you a little extra. You know what I'm saying? This is your kick it. This is your parenting time off. Sure you put the shorties to bed. It's your time. What they say, what the ladies say, at me time, this your me time. Ladies, fellas, we get me time too, my nigga. Or if you just stumbling in the house in the club, you just looking for something to throw on and lay down. Or to throw on until you can finish that little swig in that bottle. It's cool, I got a little swig in mine. Might be about to roll up. This is the music time. Let's be ready for the music time. Yes, I'm excited. Get my lighter. We about to enjoy some music. So Larry June, Currency, The Alchemist, who is been on a tear for like the last year and a half, 2 years. Alchemist been on it. Think about it. Alchemist, I don't think the Alchemist been this. He's been extra busy since what? Meet the Grams? Meet the Grams put a light on the Alchemist. That's redunculous. But let me stop turning. I'm talking. Let's get to the music. I want you to understand how serious this is. When I say I want to go buy a fresh pack, I want to go buy a fresh pack. Shout out to the backpack boys. Definitely pulled up. I definitely pulled up. And because Currency on here, and he be on people about, smoking blunts. I'm in papers today. You see, I smoked a little blunt with y'all earlier. I'm on papers right now. And for my drinkers, I'm drinking still. I got a little bit of something. Let's get to this music. I love the way this should start. I'm going back to the beginning. Come on. I'm sorry, that shit cold as fuck to me. That shit cold as, look, that slow, mellow, you just smoke and just, you're not supposed to smoke and drive. Smoking and driving is bad. But it's certain music that when you hear it, especially in the whip, you just get you one of these going, and you open the roof, roll the windows down. You don't even got a destination. You just slide through the city. There's certain songs that get you there, right? Let's go. Music that make you feel good. I love this.
Packed. The dice was loaded, the cards were stacked against us, but somehow we made it back. The circle of winners. I wore this mink to dinner this morning. She slipped into it and served me breakfast on my couch, nigga. I'm a down south nigga, not no house nigga, not a clout fisher, nor a fart sniffer. These niggas trip.
Or a fart sniffer. I don't want to hear y'all say, the corny, but man, listen, man, y'all be finding reasons to act like y'all ain't really rocking with Currency. I've had enough. Give that man his just due. You'll never hear me say give that man his flowers. That's weird. Let's use our grown-up words. Give that man his credit. This is the perfect blend. There's a reason I call this the hip-hop gumbo. This is my rap gumbo. I'm not even going to try to squeeze it into the hip hop thing because people feel some type of way when you do that with certain cats. And I feel like Currency is one of them cats people are trying to hold outside the gates. Let that man in. But let's go.
I'm just trapping, really. These niggas tricking. I'm just magging, chilling. They splurging on them hoes. I'm just nice to a couple bitches. Real ice glistening in the dark because you played your part. Enemies fell apart while we was playing golf. I ain't know until the homie told me the news touched my heart. Really, dawg.
One of the designs that he picked, I have 3 pair of slacks that he can wear with. It's kind of wild, they would say, but it's what's happening today. What's happening.
That horn is dope. I like listening to Alchemist beats. Alchemist production, period. And what makes his music enjoyable, right? Or what? It's like a puzzle. From a production standpoint, when you see Alchemist, you know what? That means I need to turn my ears on and look for new sounds, different sounds, or it can be like the placement of something. And thus far, I haven't heard anything that, okay, that's a little much. That's a little too far left. And it's a perfect match. It's a perfect match because Currency is a slower tempo rapper. On Alchemist, man. On Alchemist. That's his wheelhouse. I'm gonna be tested with this song. I'm gonna let it ride out. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna be tested. Because it's only March. And for the places I think I'm gonna get the most enjoyment out of this song is not, I'm not gonna be consistently in those places until May. I'm in the Midwest, so maybe late April, for sure, early May. Outside on some like biker type time, would I be on? I feel like this is like a song that where the fire could. I'm interested to see how the fire stays on this particular. I mean, the whole spiral staircases, the whole little project. Again, it's 7 tracks, 25-ish, 24-ish minutes. You know how something be hot and you keep rocking with it, you keep rocking with it. But by the time you get to the season where that energy can really be felt, enough time went past where you then got exhausted by it or something else comes. That's always a possibility too. Something else comes along. But as of right now, when I say the few times I go outside, the song got put on before I put the car in reverse. It's this song. It's this song. Let's go.
Check it. Leave out a plate with a piece of steak. Make sure all the wolves is fed. Right. Every threat you made was empty like the tip of a hollow bullet head. Bullshit. See me with a briefcase, you can guarantee that it's full of bread. The sweater came in a gabardine, but I took the wool instead. Hands in the deep end of the bag. All the tricks is kept.
What do you got in there?
Bitch try to interrupt my dance moves, I don't miss a step.
I kind of want to hear Alchemist rap more. I heard he rap on something else. I can't remember I can't remember what it was. I think it was something from Alfredo too. I gotta go back and look. I don't know if it's not his voice. His voice ain't overly unique like that.
Before I purchase the merchandise, make sure it's open and inspected.
Maybe it's the way his delivery is. Maybe his production is perfect to match up the flow of his delivery. All his raps sound like really patient to me. I don't know if that's the right word. They sound patient, like because he doesn't have to be a slave to his production because he is his production. You know what I'm saying? So he can. I don't know. It's like his superpower like helps his rapping to me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I got to hear him on something that somebody else produced, but he was on it, and then I can see how it meshes. But I can admit right now, I underestimate his rapping capabilities. And if he's writing his own things and he's rapping his own things and he does the production, like. Do we give Alchemist it's just due? You made it this far, man. Let me know. I use these kind of questions as timestamps to see where everybody was dipped into the video at, dipped out, whatever. But are we currently here in 2026, March of 2026? Do we give the Alchemist his just due? Let me know. Let me know.
Big wave on your security camera, the motion is detected. Have emotion. I'm a one-of-a-kind diamond, you can never match the clarity. Putting digits on the boards, I'm talking about stats numerically. Numbers. Playing the game hard to the max, I don't relax for therapy. I was on my way to the bank and started to laugh hysterically. Coming out smelling like fresh hundreds, I'm a magnet for sex. On 10 toes, only the Lord knows what I'm a baggage next.
And that's found a way I can get it, and that's what
You saw everything just lined up for him.
Yeah, you boys throwing stones and hiding hands. I'm just counting bands. It's hard to hit a moving target, a spot out in time for rain. Touch screen, laundry in the crib. I'm cleaning all whites, 20% interest. I can get it to you overnight. A white roll, orange juice, chilling, counting 50 grand. Been the man, squeeze the ooh-wop to the semi-jam. These bars real hot, like a summer jam. They do the running man when.
Okay.
My gun in hand, but I ain't even on that defense. You gotta have discipline just to seek this, peep this. I done made $1 million off of 3 zips, moving like a new.
I've been having to pay a little more closer attention to Larry June because he, out of the few, like I call them my patient rappers, that also coincide with like the rappers that smoke weed. Like he in a group opposite of like Wiz to me. You know, Wiz be he going. But he be actually saying some shit sometimes. It's rare. I'll admit a flaw in a lot of this. I tend to gravitate to the stoner side of hip hop. It is what it is. But a lot of times they don't really. It be bragging. It be, motherfuckers bragging about whatever they got going on, their current situation, their bitch, their job, their money, whatever, the car, the dog, yacht, whatever. So to have a couple who actually give you can still get this is everyday life reality type. I guess like if Kendrick smoked weed, yeah, let's do that. It would be like taking Wiz and Kendrick and mushing them together. No, that's too much superpower. I'm gonna come up with some type of analogy that properly fit that. We can rock this out.
Legend, rocking with my 2-7, house by the water, sipping tea. I can't believe it. Value in my privacy, killing them with honesty. Killing shit silently, modestly. I do this shit gracefully, probably not one of them dudes you wanna play with. Hey.
One critique I got real quick, and it has nothing to do with the song. The song is dope. I'm hoping this is not the only song that gets visuals off this project. I'm hoping Drive Alone, which is track 3. I would rather have visuals to that than Empty Pages, to be honest. That's one. Maybe I don't know if they already did it or not. Spiral Staircase, the actual song. I wouldn't mind one for that. I'm cool with the Empty Pages. But I feel like the visuals that give me enough let me paint you the story that I'm telling you. That makes sense. I'm still rocking with it. I'm still rocking with it. This is my song. I'm gonna try to. I feel, you know how you hear a song, oh, this is my song of the summer, but it ain't summer yet. And that's where I'm at with this. Like, I feel like this is my song of the summer, but I don't know, or one of my songs of the summer. Like, I don't know.
Shit just sounds so motherfucking smooth. Hopping on boats and shit, sipping the finest juice. Low riders and shit. 5-0s, Grand Nash, L-Codes.
That shot right there, I like that shot. That's probably my favorite shot of this video, though. I'm really big on videos. Like, I'm really big on videos.
Low riders and shit.
Hold on.
5-0s, Grand Nash.
That shot right there. That's the dopest shot. That's the dopest shot right there. I don't know. I just feel like I'm always happy for some visuals, but I just, out of these three, because individually they're dope to me, so I rock with them all individually, but to get them together, I just wanted more. I'm being selfish. I just wanted more. I don't feel like the project is lacking overall, the whole Spiral Staircases project. But I feel like I'm at a 5 out of 7. 4 out of 7 at the low end, which is still over 50%. 5 out of 7. Well, what's the math on that? I don't know. I'll put the math on the thumbnail. Time I wrap this up and whatever. So that's our music of the night. Off of the Spiral Staircases project by Alchemist, Curren, Larry June. Spiral Staircases, Empty Pages, which is actually it's kind of crazy. They did they did some visuals or a video for the last track. I wonder why they jumped all the way down like that. But I'm hoping Spiral Staircases. I need to double check to make sure it might have one up, and I just ain't see it. But Spiral Staircase, I definitely thought I'd get a video for that, and or Drive Alone. But whatever, I ain't tripping. What y'all think? Also, don't forget, question at the bottom of the screen. Because Drake kind of bears a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Look, that man has been propped up by those people for a very long time. With great power comes great responsibility. So with that being said, Oops, great. It's Kush Equilibrium. Look, I almost messed that up. Anywho, this is Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all pulling up for another smoke break while we talk about this hip hop thing. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. But until the next time.
Count that fucking money, man. Count the money. You gonna get yours, B. You gonna get yours, man.